Intro, midnight to 0:30. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're diving into a wild story that's shaking up both the sports and gambling worlds. An unnamed former NFL player has been accused of acting as a face card in a rigged high-stakes poker game, a game that allegedly scammed over $1 million from unsuspecting players. And this bombshell comes just as the NBA is dealing with its own gambling scandal, meaning questions about athlete integrity and underground betting are once again in the spotlight. Let's break down what happened, who's involved, and how this story connects to the growing tension between pro sports and the dark side of gambling. Moneybag, Segment 1, the $1 million scam, 0:30 to 2 o'clock. Here's what we know so far. According to multiple reports, a wealthy poker enthusiast claims he was set up in a high-stakes private game that turned out to be rigged from the start. The setup was simple: a few high rollers, a luxury venue, and a familiar face, a former NFL player known for his charisma, connections, and reputation in celebrity poker circles. This ex-player allegedly served as what insiders call a face card, basically the public figure who gives the game legitimacy. He made the event seem clean, safe, and high-profile. But behind the scenes, the cards, and the money, were stacked against one particular player. By the end of the night, the supposed victim claims to have lost over $1 million, only to later discover the game wasn't fair. Detective Segment 2. How the scheme worked, 2 to 3:30. So how does a poker game like this get rigged? According to people familiar with underground poker operations, these scams often rely on micromarked cards, collusion, or hidden signaling systems between players. In this case, it's believed that two or more players were working together, using coded gestures or signals to identify strong hands and trap their target. The former NFL player reportedly wasn't one of the actual cheaters, at least not directly, but he allegedly lent his image to make the game seem legitimate. That's why insiders are calling him the face card. His job wasn't to cheat, it was to attract the mark. Scales Segment 3. The victim speaks out, 3:30 to 5 o'clock. The alleged victim, whose name hasn't been released publicly, claims he was lured into the game by this ex-NFL player's involvement. In a statement shared through legal representatives, the victim said, "I joined that table because I believed it was an honest, friendly game. Finding out later that it was rigged, and that a pro athlete I respected was part of it, felt like betrayal." He's now reportedly working with private investigators and lawyers to recover the lost funds. The lawsuit also claims that this wasn't a one-time setup, but part of a larger network of rigged celebrity poker games hosted in cities like Los Angeles, Miami, and Las Vegas. American football, Segment 4. Who is the ex-NFL player? 5 to 6:30. Here's where things get even murkier. The reports deliberately keep the player's name anonymous, likely due to ongoing investigations. But sources describe him as a former Pro Bowl caliber athlete who has appeared in multiple celebrity poker tournaments and charity events. He's said to have a clean image publicly but has long been associated with private gambling circles. Now, it's important to note, this player hasn't been charged with any crime. Right now, the allegations are civil, not criminal. But being named as part of a $1 million scam is a major stain on anyone's reputation, especially a former NFL player still active in public life. Segment 5. Connection to NBA gambling scandal, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. This story couldn't have come at a worse time for professional sports. The NBA is currently dealing with a massive gambling controversy involving players and insiders allegedly tipping off betting outcomes, manipulating props, and violating league policy. With the rise of legalized sports betting, the pressure on athletes, and the temptation, has never been higher. So when a story like this drops, featuring a former NFL player allegedly connected to a poker scam, it only fuels the growing fear that gambling's influence is creeping back into professional sports in ways we haven't seen since the infamous Tim Donaghy referee scandal. Even though the NFL and NBA now partner with sportsbooks, these scandals raise a tough question. Can leagues really promote gambling and still claim to control its darker consequences? Money with Wings, Segment 6. Celebrity Poker's Dark Side, 8 to 9:30. If you think celebrity poker games are all about fun and charity, think again. Insiders say that many of these private tables blur the line between friendly competition and organized gambling. They're often hosted in luxury hotels or private homes, with bonus ranging from $50,000 to $500,000. Cameras are banned, and everyone trusts that the game is fair. But that trust can be exploited. There's a long history of celebrities and athletes being targeted or used in these games. Their fame attracts wealthy amateurs who want to rub shoulders with stars. And sometimes, those amateurs end up as marks. That's what makes this story so disturbing. It exposes how easily fame can be weaponized in the gambling world. Warning sign # segment 7. What's next? 9:30 to 11 o'clock. Right now, the case is still developing. The alleged victim has filed a formal complaint, and investigators are trying to confirm whether the poker setup violated gambling laws in the state where it took place. If it's proven that cheating occurred, or that the game was part of a larger pattern, federal authorities could step in, especially if money crossed state lines. As for the ex-NFL player, his representatives have not yet commented publicly. But multiple outlets have reported that he's been cooperative with early inquiries. Still, the damage may already be done. His name's circulating in private sports circles, and brands connected to him are reportedly reviewing partnerships. Segment 8. The bigger picture, 11 to 12:30. When stories like this surface, they highlight how fragile the line is between professional sports and gambling culture. Athletes are constantly approached by betting promoters, gaming companies, and high-stake circles looking for credibility. Some players see it as easy money, or harmless entertainment, until scandals like this remind everyone that the stakes are real. One wrong association can destroy reputations, careers, and trust. And for leagues like the NFL and NBA, both trying to balance billion-dollar sportsbook deals with maintaining integrity, stories like this create serious headaches. Clapperboard, outro, 12:30 to 1 p.m. So to recap, an unnamed former NFL player is being accused of working as a face card for a rigged poker game that allegedly scammed over $1 million from a participant. The victim claims he was targeted, and investigations are now underway, all while the NBA battles its own gambling scandal. It's a wild intersection of sports, fame, and the dark side of high-stakes gambling, and this story is far from over. What do you think? Should professional athletes, current or former, even be allowed near these private poker circles? Or is this just one bad example giving everyone else a bad look? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you found this breakdown informative, and subscribe for more deep dives into sports stories that go way beyond the box score. Until next time, stay sharp and stay skeptical.